Hello, everyone. I didn't forget to unmute this time. Good day, hello, good evening. It is our second game of the day, and what a wonderful day what a wonderful game it's going to be. I'm so excited to be presenting Pro Bono week. Yay, the no mute got noticed. Huzzah. I'm your host. I'm Lorai. I am the usual keeper of this channel, which means that if you follow us during this event, then you'll be left with me afterwards. Just as a disclaimer, but we are here for our very special charity week event, Pro Bono week, which has grown into something with such amazing, beautiful production quality and so many amazing GMs and players that have signed up, a few of which you are going to see in a couple minutes. We are collecting money for charity for COVID-19, the WHO Response Fund. We are collecting for Mind UK, which supports in the UK mental health resources and help for everyone, and to make the topic less taboo and more easy to talk about. And we are supporting the Equal Justice Initiative, which seeks to end mass incarceration and racism and disparaging of marginalized groups by the American justice system. So we've got a quite international charity lineup. As you can see, in the spirit of today's game, I have captions, and all our players and GM as well today will have captions. If you are hard of hearing and you are in need of following those captions, I suggest you watch this game on a desktop or a laptop, something with a bigger screen, because the captions might get a little bit small if you're looking at it on a very small screen. That is because we have to fit in 5 beautiful faces and the game title and 5 captions that are readable. So I just wanted to let you know that that would be helpful. As during every game of this event, you are able to enter into our midstream giveaway around the break, which will be in about an hour for this game. Today, very special giveaway, which is sponsored by our GM from today. He is giving away a copy of the game Inspirisles that they will be playing today, a physical copy, paired with a very special dice set of D6s by our lovely Starbuck, arcaneflora.com, which were made specifically for the game. And both of those are open to international winners. It is a package deal, so you can win the physical copy of the game with the dice together, and a second winner will be selected to receive a digital copy of the game. So there's 2 chances for you to win, and of course every winner gets the Purple Ether LLC gaming bundle with RPG resources, as with every stream. So, anywhere in the world, you can take part in these giveaways today. We've got some great giveaways for you. So be sure to stick around at least until the break and hopefully after. I mean, we're going to play an amazing game. So without further ado, I'm going to switch us over to our wonderful players. Let me undeafen myself. Okay, we're going live. Hello, everyone. You're live. Everyone can hear you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi there.
Oh no.
Good afternoon,
Oh, no.
evening.
I'm gonna stop
to
talking because my captions are now gone from the screen. So it's all yours. I did forget to announce the sub reward for this game and the dice reward, so if you would be so friendly as to do that for me, Richard.
Yeah, so we're going to have a giveaway for a PDF of the game. It's a limited edition PDF. And a grand kind of prize for a donation of a giveaway is going to be the limited edition physical book of the game with Starbucks 3D6 Grail dice. So that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and the €5, the 1 sub, and the €20. If you could just explain that for me.
Yeah, so €5. Inspirisles obviously works differently to D&D, but it still has a very, very, at the heart of it, has a very, very clear reroll mechanic that the Pendragons can use. So that will stay the same as the previous stream. For €10, we're going to have the stream give us, or the chat give us, a 5-letter word, which each of us have to use ASL to spell out. And then for €20, we're going to have some intervention from the gods of the game. They're called the Inspired, and they represent the 4 elements. So I'll bring them in if anyone donates that to the charities.
Heck yeah.
Goodness.
So let's start with a round of introductions. Richard, if you would like to start and introduce yourself.
Mm-hmm. So I'm Rich. I'm HatchlingDM. I'm the developer of Inspirisles, which is the first TTRPG to teach sign language as you play. We are currently developing it in BSL, British Sign Language, and ASL, and it's due for release in about early June.
Amazing. Renee.
Hello, my name is Renee Beauregard. You can find me at DragonRock RPG on Twitter and Facebook. You can find me at DragonRock RPG Design on Instagram. Me and my partner Daniel, we create 5e supplements, which you can find in a bundle that I believe that we're giving away? Question mark. But the most recent thing that we designed was the Icons of Horror, where you can allow your players to become iconic horror movie villains such as Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jigsaw, Pennywise, and Candyman.
Awesome.
Check it out if you can. It's on DM's Guild right now. You just search up Icons of Horror. You can also find me on the Fabled42 channel on twitch.tv/Fabled42, where I play Orion Silvermane on Wednesdays on the Realms of Ukador, a Leonin barbarian, again of my own design because we wanted to promote our stuff, so we're doing it live on Twitch. And you can also find me occasionally on Friday nights on Fabled42 for the Wizards of Ukador.
Amazing. Thank you. Sean.
Evening all, I'm Sean. You may know me as Mr. Tato Head. I'm not a creator, not an inventor, I'm just a D&D and TTRPG nerd who likes to post funny things online. And that's me.
Amazing. Jasper.
Hello, my name is Jasper, or Jazz. I am a Twitch streamer. You can find me at JasperUsual. I usually play video games. This is actually my first stint into doing a TTRPG on stream.
Cool.
But I love
Amazing.
playing them. Yeah, I know. Debut.
Ah.
Very exciting.
We've actually got multiple debuts this week. I think it's wonderful that like many people are for them this is their first like ever D&D or TTRPG stream. So I'm really happy.
It's so exciting. Yeah, I'm really pumped for it. Yeah, I do that. I'm a psychology student, so I'm mostly busy between classes and streaming. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Amazing. Thank you. Pi.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Pi. I am a regular here at every Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not getting it.
That's
Sorry.
it. Novelist did this too. Novelist did this too, where he only plugged my shit, and I'm like, no, you're here for you.
No. Let me finish. I am also Divas Fireball on Twitter and Skydrops underscore dolls on Instagram. I make dolls as a hobby. It's not that relevant. I am very slow, but nothing updates. But it's fun. I mainly lurk just in the depths of the internet.
Yes.
And I believe my camera. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Thank you so much to our amazing cast for introducing themselves, and I shall now hand over the talking stick to Richard and mute myself so that you can begin your game. Have fun.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you.
Thanks.
So, first off, if you've returned from Ben's Western Train Dino Chaos Extravaganza, now's your chance to kind of relax, unwind, take a few deep breaths, and sort of integrate yourself into a wholesome sort of landscape of the Inspirisles. I'm the Grail guy for the session. We'll be doing ASL as part of the game. I've got 0 experience with the language, just so you know. So if I completely mess it up like the rest of the players, then there's a reason for that. I'm a native Brit, so my sort of native language, sign language, is BSL. But that is the intention of the game. So if someone picks it up from new and they've no sign language experience whatsoever, with the book they'll have both languages with the release, so BSL and ASL, and the Grail guide who's running the game can learn it along with the players, the Pendragons. During the session 0, we all created our characters, apart from Pi, who the rest of the group created for her. And I think she's happy with it.
What I got was really cute, though.
Cool.
Oh, yay! Okay.
Good sign.
I have to add,
all-
if you could repeat me when you say this so the chat can see it on their subtitles. If you want a visual representation of the ASL alphabet, type !ASL into chat and you will be given a nice link where you will be able to see that picture.
Yeah, there's also a sheet on my Twitter page, pinned to my Twitter page, at HatchlingDM, if you want to use that one as well. So you all the players play Pendragons. They're 15-year-old teens transported to the mythical islands through a portal from Earth. You're all ancestors of Arthur and Guinevere, and it's your destiny to collect belief. It's kind of an energy the Fae need to heal the kingdom. You think of it like the never-ending story that had the nothing, so it was like wiping out the whole sort of world slowly because Bastian didn't believe enough in the world. How will you do this? You'll fight the opposite. So disbelief is a negative force causing the world tree to rot, and without our Pendragons, the kingdom would surely collapse. So you'll battle it wielding the elements in a technique called shaping, and shaping is also the mechanic for our sign language. So I think we're ready to start the game. Just a little bit of deaf awareness before we start. So if you feel really like celebrating, like a victory or something, instead of clapping, we wave. Is that cool?
Cool.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start. So you wake up in the questing cabin after memories of the islands flooded your dreams throughout the night. Yesterday you were cloudy after stepping through the Allswell from Earth, but now the experiences of your ancestors have returned. You can picture the Fae of the islands, their godly inspired, and even how shaping works. So I want you to introduce your characters first, but I want you to introduce their names by using the finger spelling alphabet in ASL. And so I'll get Rook to start.
Okay. So I am Rook.
Brilliant. I'll get the sheet up as well. I'll try and repeat the names after as well, so I'm integrated within it. Okay. And then we'll know for Murku.
Murku, that was me trying to get my ASL sheet in front of me. So Murku is sugar.
If you could hold your hands just a tad higher, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, just a bit lower? Yes, thank you.
I think.
Nice. Yeah.
Close. Good enough for a first attempt.
Can't use hard. I think that's it. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Turn it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and next we've got Skylar. Thank you, Murku.
Hello, I'm Skylar.
Nice. Perfect, and thank you for that. And then finally we've got Anwen.
Yes. So, eh, I'm gonna mess this one up. Okay. Should be it.
Nice. Excellent. I'll do my real name. So Rich. Okay, brilliant, brilliant. What are your pronouns for the session? For Rook, what are Rook's pronouns?
Rook's pronouns are he, they.
Merku,
He, him.
Skylar,
I'm they, them.
yeah, and finally Tammy.
She, her.
Lovely. Right. After we've done that, during the session 0, we described what our sanctuary was. This is a kind of place that you feel very safe in, protected, a place that you would retreat if you were anxious or something. And it doesn't have to be a bedroom necessarily. It could be anywhere. It could be a library, a garden, a tree house, absolutely anything. So if you could describe that from the session 0 for our audience, gives you an impression of your characters and your Pendragons then. So again, we'll go reverse order. So Tamwen this time. What did the group give you as your
Yeah, I
sanctuary?
was gonna say I'm gonna have to go to what you sent me. Which I absolutely adored. So my sanctuary, which you gave me, is a workshop with like wood shavings and candle wax everywhere, and it smells of wood, oil, and resin. And I think it's just very cozy, like there's warm light shining through, and just like it's a very. I imagine like Tanwin like usually wears like a big sweater or something. Like it's all very comfy.
Lovely. Skylar, what was their sanctuary?
Skylar's sanctuary is a kitchen with an island right in the middle. And there's always a fresh pot of cinnamon and raisin porridge stewing away. It has one of their half-made model ships sitting beside a glass bottle with all their implements and glues and all the little things they need to get their crafting done.
Lovely. Beautiful. Merku?
Before coming to the Inspirisles, Muraku is a Boy Scout, so he feels quite at home in the outdoors. So in his sanctuary is a tripled ringed fairy fort. So one ring of earth and stone, another and another. And this is where Muraku likes to just sit and view the landscape from the top.
Lovely. And finally, Rook.
So Rook's sanctuary is a boardwalk arcade where he spends his time after school with his friends, or sometimes during school when he's supposed to be there. But he's always playing the crane game. He's really good at it. He's trying to get better at pinball, but you'll find them there basically whenever they need some comfort. They find the cacophony of the arcade to be comforting.
Wonderful. It's beautiful. So as you get sort of wake up in your sanctuary, you've got to head downstairs. You're very, very hungry, all of you, and you're hoping that Scriv and Cecily, who are the narrators of the game, and they helped you out as soon as you stepped through the portal initially, and they took you to the questing cabin, which is your hub area. It's just this wonderful kind of comfortable cabin with a couple of floors, open fire, everything. Before you go downstairs, though, for your breakfast, I want you to pick up your 5 very significant items, which you also picked in session 0, and these will be on your Pendragon sheets. So we'll go reverse order again. So Rook this time. What are your 5 essential items?
Okay, so for Rook, they have a fanny pack which I understand in Britain is called a bum bag.
Yeah.
Within there, we've got a coin purse for all the arcade games. Extra shoelaces. You never know. You never know when. You're going to need extra shoelaces. I've got Dad's ring. It's a little too big for me, so it lives in the fanny pack. And my trusty action figure, because it brings me joy and comfort.
Nice. Thank you. Merku.
Merku has brought along with him his compass, a well-worn pair of hiking boots, his scout bird whistle for bird calling, his neckerchief and woggle, which never leaves his neck, and a homemade slingshot. I think.
Skylar.
That's 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skylar, what have they got?
Skylar's got their telescopic glasses, so there are multiple lenses on the left eye that flip in to see closer and closer as they require to see the small parts of the ships that they make. They have a pot of Mod Podge or glue that they keep in the pocket of their apron, which they are wearing. And strapped on one on each side is the small and large version, a set of tweezers for small stuff and a set of tongs for larger things that I might need to take out of the oven because they're hot.
Nice. And Tamwen, what did the group give you?
I have a backpack, and like always just like lugging around. I think like one over the shoulder, not both. There I have a key, my ocarina, and a journal, and she has a lip piercing.
Nice.
And
Brilliant. So yours were actually created off of rolling tables, random tables.
I was thinking it's very, very random.
By design.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Worked out very well.
Yeah. So you go downstairs, all of you, and Scriv and Cecily are in the kitchen, the large kitchen of the questing cabin, and they're busily putting like a big breakfast together. Scriv says, "Well, have a quick breakfast, fill your stomachs, and then let's see to know you're ready for your training. We need to make sure you're prepared before we start earning belief out in the field." And as you mentioned Sita's name, you see this worm, which is our version of a dragon in Inspirisles. She's sat in the lounge. She's very casually shaping the occasional puff of air to send the flames of an open fire reeling away from her. She seemed to be a bit impatient. So you better finish your breakfast quickly. What would you have for your breakfast, just interestingly? Your ideal breakfast?
Something sweet and syrupy, I think.
Porridge and honey, maybe?
Yeah, waffles or pancakes. I wasn't sure what to go with yet.
Both waffles and pancakes.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
I believe I said it earlier. It's porridge with cinnamon and raisins. Always.
Always.
Full stop.
Oh no.
You have another bowl when you get downstairs. You've got
I
one
have
in the sanctuary.
No need for a bowl. I take the whole pot with me.
I think Rook wants a nice bagel. A really nice bagel.
So the Glimmer of the World, who are one of the species of the main ruling species of the world of the Inspirisles, they're very much into their street food and they're very much into their culinary arts, and they would have supplied all of your breakfast this morning from the local village. Sita gets a bit overly impatient and sort of stands up, and she says, "Right, it's time to finish up." And I better put my dragon outfit on now.
I was gonna say,
As promised. As promised.
Yes.
There it is.
There you go. There's Sita. Right. Props in motion. Yes, finish up. Come on. Hurry up now. Wipe that maple syrup off your mouth.
We're just stuffing pancakes and waffles into the bum bag, into Rook's bum bag for later.
Yeah, just putting it in.
No porridge
Get
though.
it in there.
Right, we're going to the lake straight away. I'll meet you out there in about a couple of minutes. Gather your stuff. Don't forget your items. And let's start on your shaping training. So Sita leaves through the front door. You can see her in the distance through the little square windows, walking down to the lakeside, which is attached to Questing Cabin. So yeah, make your way out there.
All right. I guess it's time. Skylar readjusts their glasses.
Rook is just still like not awake yet at all. Not ready for this. Like there was a lake?
I think I'm just like hobbling you along a little bit, like just it'll be okay. We're going that way.
Okay, so you all leave through the front door, follow Sita down. She's waiting down the lake, and she's got, curiously, she's got a fishing rod with her. Doesn't seem to have a hook on it, but it's got like a very, very bright lure on the end.
What's that about? Are we fishing?
I think we might be using it to test some things. Perhaps maybe our elements are going to be worked upon.
Signing so far. Have fun, everyone.
At this point, Muraku just points to his moss sash he has made himself, and he points to his fishing merit badge already. So I've already done this. Do I need to do this again?
Sita says, right, she puts sort of plonks the fishing rod with the lure in front of you. Right, there is a very rare fish in this lake. It's a golden trout. I want you to use your elements that you chose with Scriv and catch this fish. There's no intention to harm it or to eat it, in fact. There's plenty of food in the cabin already. But this is a little test for you to see if you're ready for the greater good.
Right. So Skylar's gonna walk to the edge of the lake. Are we supposed to do this together or separately?
Everything together.
Everything together. Right.
So I want you to nominate a leader first. I want you to nominate a leader. Take the
leader. Rook takes a step back.
Skylar's hands like cross in front of them, and they just kind of like twiddle their thumbs, looking down at the ground.
And Sita's kind of like shoving the rod in front of all of you, like sweeping it across. One of you volunteer then.
Who is our water elemental? Muraku is just going to give a general pat and give Rook a bit of encouragement forward.
It's like, Skylar, don't you know all about this stuff?
I may or may not have some understanding.
Knock, knock.
Well,
Pieheart would like you to spell out the word worms. WYRMS.
Worms. Okay.
Worm. Okay.
Should I start?
I got the Y.
I got the S.
Oh.
You had it. No,
I'll get
put it back
the
up,
R.
Jasper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. My camera has just decided to die on me at the moment, so.
Oh, Pi, which letter are you doing?
No!
I'm doing the S, but.
You're doing the S. Got it. I got it.
Why now?
I see a W, I see an M, I see a Y, I see an R, I see
You have to believe
an
that
S.
word on an S.
Beautiful. It's
so sorry, Pi.
Scrabble.
Go team!
Go
Thank
team.
you.
Hooray!
Thank you, chat.
You get
Brilliant.
5 points.
5 points to Gryffindor. Right. So it seems Skylar has been nominated leader. much to their
We've all got your back. I
hesitant.
promise.
Okay, all right. And they just kind of scooch over and like grab the fishing rod.
My internet is dying.
Okay. So I don't really know how fire is going to help us catch this fish.
I can put out like a bright light over the water. Maybe it'll be attracted by it.
There it
Ooh.
is. You see, you know your element better than I do. So hover. If you could send out your element over the water so I can see where the fish is, that would be very helpful. And Mirku, you're air, correct?
I'm Earth. I can get in the water and
I'm air.
cause a bit of a commotion and get them towards you, I guess.
Right. If you were to lift the floor of the lake and pull a wall closer,
That's
so that
better.
we don't have to cast so far. And Rook air. Oh, easiest thing that I could ask you to do. I'm going to cast this, and I need you to push the air down on it where the fish is.
Okay, I think I can do that.
Okay.
You don't know you can do that yet. This is what the test's all about.
I said I think.
I hope that you can do it. And so Skylar is going to pull the fishing rod back, and they will throw it out and cast it. And as they do that, they're hoping that everyone else kind of just will follow suit, and like the elements will flow out.
Okay. So let me get this right. So you're casting the line. Are you going to use water as well?
I will eventually use water.
Water at the end. Okay. One of the Earth Shaper, Mirku, is going to bring a wall in to sort of narrow the sort of catching area.
Yep.
The Air Shaper, Rook, is going to
kind of bring air around the line so it casts correctly into the right.
Yeah, and Tamwen, we're going to light the air up, basically, so you've got more visibility, and you know when the fish is below the leader. Right, with that, the leader, which is Skylar, will roll 3d6 to have prepared.
Yep. Okay.
You've got this, Skylar.
That's not bad. Right. That's 11.
11. 11's a pass already. And you add a +1 for each element used.
So it's currently 3, so 14.
14. Basically, what happens is you cast the lure out and the line. The flame follows it out from Tamwen, who just pushes it out above the surface. It's like a flaming ball, and it lights it like a beacon. You see, as Mirku kind of like draws the earth up from the bottom of the lake, it kind of creates like this barrier wall, and it starts drawing it in like clay, almost like moving clay, trapping water. And you manage to get this golden trout. You see it move away from the outside wall that's drawing in and come towards the rod. And then the air from Rook kind of just brings it all together, really. Yeah, you settle the lure, and it's very solid, and you kind of trap the water within that air bubble.
And that's where I will then use my water to create a bubble around the lure and the fish, so that it's nothing but the lure and the fish.
As you do that, you let go of the rod, and you bring up your hands to shape, and you bring the fish up. It's surprisingly huge. It's about half the size of you.
You got that, Skylar.
I'm hoping so, and they'll just focus as hard as they can to just hold the water in place.
And Sita kind of helps you out. She also uses her water shaping, and brings the globe towards the bank side. and then drops it back into the water before it hits the bank. And the golden trout flies off and just does a little leap over the wall that you created, Marku. Ah, very good, actually. Very good first attempt. I have to admit, you combine very well. It's almost like you are distantly related, which you are. Arthur and Guinevere proud, I feel. I don't get these results for many Pendragons. Talking of results, when you're out in the field, you'll come against quite a few opponents spreading disbelief in various ways. We need you to put a stop to them and their dastardly ways. Now, to test this, we're going to have you spar with each other. So this will be the only time you fight each other. And the aim here isn't to... I don't know why you're looking at me like that. This is not a big deal. This is very basic
This is a second
stuff.
test.
I'm throwing you in the deep
in
end.
one day.
I'm throwing you in the deep end. It's better than throwing you in the lake. Now,
Okay.
I shall pitch you against one another on the bank side here, and you wish to conjure up the elements or use the elements around you to essentially not to harm each other, to demoralize one another, should we say. To the point where they feel they have no chance of beating your element.
Right. Oh, okay. If you say so.
Hmm.
So
I
who
shall
are we
pick
sparring with?
your companions.
Oh.
Skylar looks at
Okay.
Rook and is immediately frightened.
Rook is just doing one of these.
Mark is just pointing to his sparring merit badge.
I shall put Tanwen and Merku face each other first. Now, Tanwen, your fire element, your fire shaping, dominates Merku's earth. Therefore, you will have a distinct advantage. But I wish to test the fact that Merku has some heart and maybe can overcome this situation. You'd like to face each other on the bank here. First, tell me how you will use your elements, your shaping, to defeat one another.
Tanman first.
How will you use fire to defeat Merku's earth? We need a Mortal Kombat thing, don't we?
Yeah.
Don't forget, fire can be used to heat things. It can be used to burn things. It can be used to blind.
What do you think, Pi? How are you going to defeat me? Have we lost Pi?
I don't think we can hear Pi, but Pi
Oh.
is being read on the
I see.
the caption.
Can anyone read out what she's saying?
Pi said she'd like to surrender now, and that I did a good job. Thanks, Pi. Good night, everybody.
Brilliant. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so I don't know what she said.
Merku, how would you use Earth to defeat Tanwen?
As Earth is defensive, I would probably create a small Earth wall to hide behind, and then try and capture her feet in little mounds of earth.
Yep.
And then throw rocks at her from behind my wall, in the hope that I'll knock her over.
It's like a whole siege.
Yes.
Like Helm's Deep in one action. Nice.
Could work, because that worked out well, right? Impeccable.
Well, you have a disadvantage there anyway, so yeah. And are we able to hear?
I hope so. I've been trying
We got
Okay,
you back.
I don't know what happened. My mic,
yeah.
everything is breaking around me. I don't know what's going on, but
Okay, that's fine.
heavy use of internet, I think.
Pi, if
around
you want
here.
to turn your camera off, I can put a filler image in for you. That might help you.
Yeah, that might help. Please,
All right.
Yeah,
because
that's cool.
it's like. All right, let's see if this helps. So what was I saying? Yeah, I'm still trying to think of something. Does he wear glasses or something? Like that's what I was. As well, like if this.
If I say no, no, yes, he does. He does.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he feels like he does. I don't know. It's a certain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Because glass and sand and also earth. But like I would think I would like try to let them blind him, but like use those glasses as like inverse lenses.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
on him.
Yeah.
I think that would be like just a very blinding light in that sense.
Yeah. Put him completely off his earth shaping.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So both of you roll 3d6 and remember to keep the rolls as they are in your trays or your surface.
Oof.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's a face of despair.
I have a 9, a 6,
Oh.
a 2, and a 1.
A 2, 2, and a 3.
Ooh. Okay. So currently, Murrenku's actually winning.
Yeah.
But because you're the dominant element, Tamwin, you get to re-roll one of his dice.
One of his dice. Well, the
You're an
highest one.
aggressive shape in fire, so you get to re-roll one of his dice. And what did you have? A 2, a 3, and a 6, wasn't it?
A 6, yeah.
Yeah, that 6
I
is
wonder which
going.
one it's going to be then. Yeah.
Okay. That's a 5. That's 5, 2. That's 8.
Yeah, and I got 7.
Wow. So as you try to blind him, it doesn't seem to affect his earth shaping, and he manages to bring this wall up initially, and then trap your feet, which doesn't seem to do much, but the stones certainly put you off your fire shaping, and you don't have much focus on his glasses, and it doesn't create much of an effect, unfortunately. And Sita says, it seems you do have heart. I'm very surprised at this. It just goes to show that even... Sorry.
I was going to say, the glasses are just rimmed. There's no glass. It's all about style.
Oh.
Cheeky. Yeah, they'll explain it then.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that anyone can win with the elements. But when you're out in the field, obviously, you will always put your strongest elemental user first forward, your strongest shaper. So if you face an earth shaper in the field, you would put up Tamwin first, give an a distinct advantage. Right, I'm very impressed. Now I'm going to put Rook and Skylar against each other. I'm sorry to do this, but it's necessary.
I mean, I don't think your apology is exactly sincere. And Skylar gets themselves like in place and just kind of like stands looking at Rook, kind of like helpless.
Oh.
I think Skylar is like a lot of bark, no bite. Like, I think he looks really tough, but they're also like shaking in their boots right now because Skylar's huge, like this huge like turtle could totally mess me up. But I think Rook is considering like, okay, so I can harness the air, right? Make it do whatever I need it for me to do?
Indeed. Exactly, you can do that. And also, you have the dominant element in this encounter. Therefore, you may have an advantage.
I may have an advantage, Skylar. Do you hear that?
I've been hearing it since we met.
All right, cool. Just making sure. So I think Rook is going to create a tornado, and surrounding the tornado are going to be like arrows of like sharpened air that are just like twirling in front of us. And like whenever Skylar moves, like that'll be the time to shoot those arrows outside of the tornado.
Nice.
Is this good enough?
Yeah,
Skylar,
it's great.
are you is that good enough for you, Skylar?
Yeah. And Skylar reaches their arms over the lake and pulls a massive tidal wave up from the lake and just pulls it in front of them and just holds it there.
Nice.
Water is a defensive element, and he just like holds it.
And even if it wasn't, it is now.
I can just picture the golden trout is just floating right in front of you.
It's like, well, that would have made it so much easier.
Yeah, easier.
Right, roll 3d6. Remember to keep your dice.
Start.
Alrighty. I got a 5, a 3, and a 2. 10.
I got a 5, a 4, and a 3. I have 12.
12 versus... How much have you got, Rook?
10.
2 points ahead, and yet you get to re-roll one of those dice.
Friend,
Which
would
you
you
have
mind
to.
re-rolling that 5 for me?
Oh, sure, why not?
Oh, you know that little 5 you've got?
Sure.
Oh no.
That's a 6. Went from a 12 to a 13.
Rook, you bring up this tornado around. It was around yourself, wasn't it? It's like swirling around.
Yeah.
And all these little, you send all these little pinging shards of air out, like quite sharp, and like just cause some like little shocks on Skylar. But their wall of water is, especially with the trout in the middle of it, which is like bobbing up and down, and it just takes all the sort of shards against the surface, and it's like pinging off it. Reminds you of the Allswell that you walk through to get to the Inspirisles. It's kind of like shimmering.
That's unfortunately very cool.
And and it almost, a Skylar behind this wall, it feels like it's making like a tune, almost feels like rhythmic, and you start to feel almost like the rhythm of this music as the air hits the surface.
And as it hits, instead of doing anything offensive, Skylar's just going to pull the water down so that it just splashes out to everyone's feet, and then they will take up a bubble of the water and then surround the trout and then throw the trout back out in the lake again.
Excellent. I'm very surprised. That is both the dominant elements failing there. That is no reflection of your abilities outside of the questing cabin, mind you. And of course, you'll all be working together, so no need to face these alone.
We have another spelling request, Rich.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh,
We
yeah,
have,
that's what I was going to say.
Stap, S-T-A-H-P. I probably said that wrong.
I believe the correct way to say it is stop.
I'm so sad that now I can't do that. I can't help.
I'm going easy with the A.
Okay.
Got the S, got the T. Oh wait, you
I mean,
got the T.
Who's got the P?
I'll do P. I'll try to do P. I think that's right.
And then
I mean, I have the H, but you can't see.
Nice.
I've got it here.
Very good chat. Thank you. Thank you for the donation as well. Brilliant.
Yeah, here.
Right, you're ready to set off now. And then Scriv and Cecily walk out of the cabin. And Scriv goes straight up to Rook and just hands them a map, which looks like a map. Rook, I need you to follow the map with the others, and you're to go to the local community of Roost. There you'll be met by 2 glow, as you know, coming through the Allswell, you'll know about all the friends of the island. These are the Fae species and the ruling houses. You can't miss the glow, they're feathered people. Look a bit like doves from Earth. Except much larger, obviously. They'll meet you there and describe what their problem with disbelief is. I need you to take care of it, really.
Okay, I think we're up to the task. I reckon.
And Cecily, in the background, is like drawing these ponies forward, one for each of you. Believe it or not, you'll already know how to ride these. It's all to do with your ancestry and your royal bloodline.
I don't believe that for a second.
Jump on and fall out.
All right. They get on, and they're kind of scrambling to get on, but once they get on, it feels natural, and the horse, or the pony beneath is kind of listening and very calm. Okay, actually, this is really cool. Thank you.
I'd like to think that Muraku's pony is a Shetland pony. It's a mini pony.
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely. They're just walking with the pony.
The pony between the legs, like I'm just walking at the same speed.
And at that point, I think we have to go to a break. If Laura can.
This is the truth.
Break time.
Break time. I also realized I wasn't muted for some of that, but luckily I wasn't making any sounds. Okay, I'm gonna switch myself over to my face so you guys can go and take your break. Cool, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
See you then.
Right.
Bye, folks. See you in a bit.
Hello, everyone. It's me again. I'm gonna quickly mute myself for the rest. Yeah, there you go. Hello. It's me! I'm here to announce a wonderful giveaway that I will definitely put into chat right now. You thought you banned me. You can't ban me. I own this place. Anyway, hey, we are doing a giveaway in the break, which is amazing. So I would like you to, if you want to take part in this giveaway, go ahead and type me the word jazz hands into chat. It is not case sensitive. JAZZHANDS. Let's see if the caption spelled it out correctly. Well, jazz hands. There you go. The chat has got it correctly. With that, you can win the physical version, limited edition of the Inspirisles RPG that our wonderful players are currently playing, together with a wonderful dice set that Starbuck ArcaneFlora.com has made specifically for this game. It is a set of D6s, and if you go to our Twitter page, you can see those dice. They will be internationally shipped, along with the Inspirisles Kickstarter other items, so that you get international shipping on that giveaway, which is very nice, very cool. A second winner that we do not have a keyword for to keep it easier, just a random chatter, a second winner, anyone who is here in chat and has said something in the last 15 minutes or so, I think it is, will win a digital copy of the Inspirisles RPG, also a limited edition, from their wonderful Kickstarter that we've got going on. Thank you all so much for watching. And with that, I would also like to say how amazing donations have been today. We went from 680 left on that number there to 339 in one day. So we're getting closer and closer to that stretch goal with every passing moment. And our first stretch goal, 1,000 euros raised for our causes, means that 4 random donors will get to play in a mini arc with our GM Harlan that you saw yesterday and that you'll see his face around a couple more days during this stream. And after that, for every 500 euros raised, we have another stretch goal. The second one, for example, you'll see it on screen on the break screen pretty soon, is that I play through a horror game on stream, which I can promise you will be not nice for me and great for you. Harlan actually plays in our next game after this one. So, yeah. I hope you're loving this game. I hope that the captions are working for you. Obviously, we've got some technical difficulties, as always, but I've done my best to fix it as soon as it came up. And remember that everything you donate, everything you contribute to the games, thank you so much. Knight, I will give that to the players so that they can spell it out once they get back onto screen. Unless you want me to do it. In that case, say it now. I will do my best to open up a page real quick. But remember, type the word jazz hands all together in the chat. I will type it for you. So you can see that is JAZZHANDS. There you go. Jazz hands. That's the word. To win our wonderful giveaway. And, well, I'm excited to have you here. I'm going to let you go to a break screen and see you soon, after about 10 minutes. in. Oh, hey there, we're back. Hello. I hope you've had a nice break. It might not have been 15 minutes, but hey, we're ready to come back, so you best be ready to see us again. Thank you all for participating in the giveaway. This is your last 10-second warning to type Jazz Hands into the chat to win the wonderful Inspirisles gift set of 3d6 made by Starbuck, arcaneflora.com, plus the limited edition physical copy of the Inspirisles RPG that we are currently playing. Jazz Hands is one word, Scriv the Bard. I'll let you correct it. It doesn't matter how often you type it, we don't have spam protection on, so however often you type it. There you go. Entering in the last second. Okay, I'm gonna give a quick check so that everyone who's already won is excluded, but luckily there's only one person there because this is only our fourth actually one shot. I'm gonna roll it. So drum roll please. Congratulations, Oliver, for winning. Congratulations. You actually, you know, you're in the Great Britain, so I don't think shipping will be too far away if I'm not mistaken. Huzzah! Congratulations, Oliver, for winning. Oliver's a great supporter of the channel and of Pro Bono Week itself, and he's been having a hard time of it. So I'm really happy that he won, like, one of our bigger, more special giveaways. So you'll be getting a wonderful dice set by arcaneflora.com and a physical copy of the limited edition Inspirisles RPG that just had a really successful Kickstarter. From what I've heard, they had about a £1,200 goal and raised 31,000 or something crazy like that. Like, don't quote me on that. But that's what I heard, at least. That's the rumors. It's not like I have the person in chat that could tell me the truth, but they're currently muted, so they can't correct me. Now I'm going to roll for the digital giveaway. And actually I can roll from the same pool of people, so that's great. I didn't know I could do that. Let me just quickly make sure that let me add Starbuck into that pool, since she is not winning her own dice if she wins this one. Yeah, I thought so. And, congratulations, Never Not DM, our DM from our first one-shot today. You will get a digital copy. Oh, now you have to run yeah, he was actually commenting on the fact that he has a little bit of a hearing loss as well, so that the captions are actually really great for him. So this system might actually be really great for him to look at. I'm really happy. Our giveaways so far, like the rolls of our dice, have been amazing. So, yeah, thank you all so much for participating, and check back in about, well, let's call it an hour or two for even more giveaways. Like tonight you can win a Loot Table Slim Dice Vault, which is also exclusive to their upcoming Kickstarter, so you might be one of the first people in the world to ever have one. Like, super exclusive. Super exclusive. Anyway, thank you so much for having us break the 300 mark. We're a little more than 250 euros away from hitting our first stretch goal, which is absolutely phenomenal. I want to thank you all so much for that, and thank you especially to our last few donos in the break. Thank you, Sword and Quill. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Roxy, and thank you, Mr. DT Knight. They'll spell out your word when I bring them back on, which is right now. So, there you go. You guys are on again.
Hey, everybody.
We're back. Second half. Let's do night for a start before we get going.
Cool.
Oh, and thank
There's
you,
immediately
Kiss
another
a Brave.
like another.
Yeah, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much.
Nice.
I won't be thanking every dono, but right now, while I have you here, you know, I might as well.
Maswale.
Okay. I'm gonna be shutting up now. Have a lot of fun, guys.
I'm getting in with the easies. I got
Alright.
N and I.
Ann and I.
Alright, I'll get a K.
I kind of sort of missed a words that we're supposed to be doing, so I'm currently just
Knight with a K, as in the medieval knight.
Oh, then I only need to do one. So we 5 of us.
Yeah. T, do we?
wait.
Or have you done T?
I've got T right here.
I've got T.
I got
G.
a yes,
G.
but it's
G,
knights, not
G.
knights. I am so confused.
K.
Oh, knight as in a knight, as in like a Arthurian knight.
Yeah, I got that, but I saw multiple, and that's why because people were doing multiple. What letters left?
G.
No, other way around.
Oh, we haven't got H. We haven't got H. H. I'll do
This one.
H.
This is a good team
I am
effort.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Hooray! Yeah, and jazz
We got
hands.
there in the end. There wasn't very chivalrous or heroic, but got there.
Nope.
Not all
right.
lights are.
Mhm. Okay, so
We did miss a letter. Like I wasn't like
K-N-I-G-H-T.
96 letters, so we're worth 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did
that's
it.
well. That's true.
We can't
Charlie.
spell.
Can't spell, yeah. So you're on your ponies and you're following Rook's map. It's pretty easy to follow. Pretty straightforward. It's like Scrib is not the best cartographer, and she's just drawn a line through these hills up to like a very high spot, and then over this hill as apparently the whole community of Roost, which is the circle with a giant spire in the middle. That's what she's drawn. As you're going up towards where you think should be this sort of like overcrop where you'll be able to view the whole of this civilization or community. You see a strange figure on the side of the road, and they're kind of sat in the long grass. They sort of resemble a ragged type creature, like an old crone, but they're wearing like a horse's skull on their face, like a mask, like this big elongated horse's skull. So your ponies kind of rear back a little bit as you approach, as you canter up.
Steady.
Ah!
That's what you're supposed to say, right?
you somehow know how to control the pony like perfectly, and you know how to ride perfectly, and it is quite an unusual, bizarre feeling that you're so like attuned to the riding. I knew you were coming by. Get down off those steeds. I have an offer for you.
And all right, hey, huddle. Pony huddle.
We
The
turn
ponies
the
get
ponies
really,
to face
really
each
close
other.
together. Yeah.
Yes.
We're still very far away from each other, but the ponies are head to head.
Yes. What do you say?
You are
Well, what's
Pendra's,
their
are you
offer?
not?
She seems to have some understanding as to like who we are.
Everyone knows who you are.
This isn't
Why are
You're
we
famous
huddling if
around
she can
these
still
parts.
hear us?
You're famous around every part. Yeah, it's really strange. They almost like you almost like feel like if you weren't even talking, you were thinking something, they'd be able to answer you.
First, tell us who you are.
I'm a Grinner. I'm a Spriggan. And us Spriggans make offers. Sort of a gamble. You could call it sort of a gamble.
Skylar looks over to Miku and just kind of like squints a little bit. Is that not like part of what you do? Are they not like one with the earth?
Like hand in hand.
Sure.
Yes, we're
Do you
part
have a
of it.
gambling badge?
Checks
Like a
the
badge.
sash. Not that he can see. He'd been busy stitching on his pony riding merit badge.
Maybe you do want a gambling badge.
Maybe I do. Yes. I like
think you
this
do.
one.
I think you do.
Yeah.
I can give badges to all of you. In fact, I can give you something much greater. I can give you belief. And give you
Brooke
Well,
jumps off the horse. I'd love a badge.
this
That's all
creature
you
is
need
very
from me.
odd. It's carrying like a huge rucksack, but it's all made of like vines and like reeds and all sorts of like there's leaves growing out of it, and some of them are rotten, some of them are kind of like dried, some of them are like fresh. And it's all of its like body seems to be made of like knotted earth. knotted like vegetation.
Ooh.
So
So how do
it's
we
very
how do we
simple.
earn these badges?
Very simple. You just have to solve a riddle. That's what us Spriggans live for. If you solve it correctly, I'll give you a belief token. If incorrect, the opposite.
Do we all get one belief each? Or is it just one in total?
It's just one in total. Don't be greedy. It's just a riddle.
Right,
Can
okay.
we help one another?
You can confer.
Okay.
Okay, I think we should do this, y'all.
Sounds good, mate.
Right, yeah.
You wish to hear the riddle then?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Was that the riddle?
No. No. I'm not in the game of tricking.
Okay.
Maybe deceiving. Anyway, let's hear it then. Up there in the high branches, looking down on us mice, while we scurry through life's skirting, finding crumbs amongst lice. Big eyes and mocking, we've lost tails but not souls, while we avoid so many traps, hoping to grow old. What awaits us in the high branches? I can repeat it as well.
Right. I think those are owls.
I was thinking owls as well.
Mostly because
Owl.
of the big eyes.
Guys. And they do sit at the top branches fairly often. Can you repeat it?
Yes. Up there in the high branches, looking down at us mice, while we scurry through life's skirting, finding crumbs amongst lice. Big-eyed and mocking, we've lost tails but not souls, while we avoid so many traps, hoping to grow old.
Yeah, I think it's owls.
Yeah, it seems like an owl to me.
What about you, Earthshaper, Pendragon? You haven't said much. You have to concur on everything.
I'm
Else there's no
quietly
belief.
contemplating, but Skylar and Rook's confidence gives me confidence. So I also believe it's owls.
And what about you, Pendragon of Fire? And this creature kind of starts to take a little step back, afraid of your hands, basically.
I stand up a little taller with my very puffy shirt, like not very impressive, and like walk a little closer. And I'm like, well, I think they're right, and I think they have a good idea, so I'll go along with them.
And this creature kind of goes, well, yes, you're right. There's one belief token here. And Mirko, you feel, you stand there and you're feeling quite good about stuff, and you suddenly feel all five of your items filled up with some sort of energy. So your essential items, they kind of fill up with some sort of energy, and you can add one belief to your sheet.
Nice.
That's it now. That's all I wanted. This is what we live for. The arts, poetry, riddles. I hope to see you again one day.
You too, scary
Yes,
horse lady.
Thank
No, I
you,
believe-
Bog Witch.
You don't know you're complimenting me, but I believe at the top of this hilltop here, there's a couple of glow willing to meet you, or wishing to meet you.
Oh, I wouldn't mind shaking hands with the glow. Be nice.
Shaking wings.
Absolutely. It just
Potato
feels right.
horseradish.
And this character just sort of slopes off down and moves in a very unusual manner, kind of like limping almost. And this bag on their back seems to weigh them down hugely, and you have no idea what they keep in it. They skulk off. They're actually very creepy with this horse's skull on their face. And as they said, at the top of the hilltop, you can see these two glow. And from your dreams, obviously last night, you know about all the friends of the islands. You know what they're meant to look like. And these two are affiliated with Kilner, who's the fire inspired.
Mm.
Oh, we've got a bandwidth issue.
Yep. I think that was on my
And
end,
they-
but I don't know for sure.
No, that was on your GM's end. Richard, you just cut out for your last couple seconds. But I can see you moving again, so you should be better now. I just wanted to hop in and say that someone in chat has offered to match a €20 donation if that happens within the next 10 minutes. So I just, you know, lucky at technical difficulties that I can pop in and say that. Okay, continue.
Thanks, Larai.
Cool.
So,
Thank you.
Rich, you were giving us all more belief, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was like tens upon thousands of belief.
I think it was one each, actually. I changed my mind.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I'll take a
Oh.
You all
shucks.
feel your items flood with some sort of energy.
Nice.
It feels amazing. And
Wonderful.
yeah, you feel it felt lighter rather than heavier, even though your items are filled up with something.
Oh, all of ours now.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, you all get a
I
belief
thought it was
point.
only one.
No, I've changed my mind
Right.
because of cheekiness. And at the top of the hill, yeah, these two almost like phoenix resembling characters up there. They glow, but they're like affiliated with the fire god or fire-inspired Kilner.
Ooh.
And they sort of like beckon you with one of their wings.
Well, then I believe we start racing up with our ponies.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Pendragons. Welcome. And as you get closer, you notice that between them is a huge net, and that inside this net is a massive egg, massive brown egg.
All right.
Looks like a giant chicken egg.
Rook goes to touch it.
I'm glad you're getting associated with it already. I'm not going to waste time introducing ourselves. This is I'm Akros, and this is my brother Ern. We're Glow from the local community of Roost. I know you've been sent here to sort out the disbelief problem we have.
Mm-hmm.
We just managed to rest. As you can see, my brother's injured. His wings kind of bent a little bit. It's very painful for him. And this is why we can't transport the egg back to the nest. And there is a nest for this. And it's at the top of the hilltop. We wrestled it off the troll halfway up, who was wanting it for breakfast, I believe. We couldn't allow that. Nimbus, the mother of these eggs, is a sacred creature to us. Rarely seen, and even rarer, her eggs to be stolen is equivalent to sacrilege. If it's possible, we'd love the Pendragons to return the egg to the nest as quick as you can.
All the way up there.
Yes, right up there to the east. It continues to climb for about a mile.
Mirko, do you happen to have? Could you like shape a like a protective barrier around the egg?
Like out of clay or something.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. And with that, Muraku will start to shape out the word Earth. So E-A or T-H. And I hope a protective clay layer will form around the egg.
Amazing. Yeah, it does do. It kind of it's sort of, you slide it slowly out of the net, and you cast this cocoon around it of clay, and then it sort of hardens quickly in the sort of daylight. And you feel quite confident. You've made it a little bit heavier, but that was a very sensible choice to do that. You won't be able to take your ponies with you. It's the landscape, the terrain is too rough and uneven. But we'll keep hold of them here. You don't need a map. Just follow this trail straight up, climb for about a mile, and you'll be at the top of essentially, which is a small mountain.
Do you happen to have like some water nearby that I could borrow?
There's a river just up ahead, which you may need to cross.
Okay.
Us glow don't have that problem really. We just flutter over it really. Unfortunately, you'll have to get the egg over across safely.
All right. And Skylar's like mentally preparing for like how they're gonna figure that one out. So who's ready? And then Skylar's confidence immediately deteriorates.
Oh.
Are we rolling said egg towards the river, or
Yeah,
are we being a bit more gentle?
I'm wondering if maybe Rook can push it with air. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
How heavy is it?
It's about the weight of like bells. So about above 12 pound or something, about 14 pound roughly.
Okay,
So,
so not
quite
all
heavy,
that
but
heavy.
not to roll a circular object. No. Sorry, that was really specific. That's what I had to hand.
maybe a little bit.
Loved it.
I'd give it a go, Rook.
Yeah.
All right. So
do your air sign, yeah, and then
okay. So there's
start it out.
A I R.
Nice. So you shape your air, and then at first it doesn't do a lot. You're sort of pushing air against it, and then you increase the intensity, and it slowly starts to roll, and then the momentum picks up, and you can sort of guide it slightly. You can slightly guide it both sides, like using the sort of the energy of it. You can manipulate it very
VR.
Yeah, basically VR. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if either some two of you want to walk either side of it just in case, because it can get quite narrow on those hilltops.
I think I'll do that because I don't think I can do much with fire and not boiling the egg. So, so let's just walk.
Yeah, Skylar's
Something
gonna
tells me
walk.
that would be sacrilege.
Skylar's gonna walk at the front, kind of taking the like leader role that they were kind of assigned, and just walk so not confidently.
Yeah,
you're doing great, Skylar. You're doing great.
yeah. Rook's kind of multitasking. Rook's multitasking. She's controlling he's controlling the egg and also giving confidence to the rest of you. So, as you move up the slope towards the mountaintop, basically, you do come to a river eventually. It's kind of, it looks quite heavy current within it, and you're going to have to use your elements to try and cross, basically, and protect the egg. Thankfully, you've already got it encased in thing, but it would sink easier now.
Right. So, Marco, I think that the best course of action is what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the water back from where it flows and hold it. All I need you to do is make a path for the egg so it can roll across, and then Wheelot can just jump over, and I'll let the water go when we're.
Sounds good.
So Skylar will walk over to the edge of the lake and start like moving their hands back and forth and just slowly moving it in the direction that the water is coming from, so that it kind of dams itself. With WATER.
Nice.
And as Skylar's doing that, I will ninja art shape with EA or where's my T H and make a land bridge across.
Nice. And then presumably, Rook, you are still pushing the egg.
Yeah,
Across
they're
this
gonna,
la-
they're
across
gonna
this
take
straight
it across
land.
the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go in front of the egg, I guess.
You can dry everyone if the water gives up.
Yeah.
Tywin's just giving
Blow
finger
dryer.
gun fireworks as we go.
Yeah. Okay. So, Skylar, I need you to roll 3d6.
Oh,
Hope for the best.
well, that's not bad. Right, that's 6, 4, and a 1. That's 11.
Nice. Plus 4 is 15.
Still
Right.
going.
A good pass.
Hey.
You, do as you say. You step to the side of the river. You push most of like a wall of the water, and you, like you say, dam it. It's kind of rippling against your energy and it's quite a strain actually. But you're given confidence again by Merku, who kind of flattens the bottom of the river out and makes a path for Rook, who ferries it along with his rolling technique, and then Tamwin hops up the other side and helps the egg up, and you're safely across the river.
You did it.
Great job, everyone.
Fantastic. And do you let the water go then back to its natural state?
Once I cross the river,
Yeah.
yes, I will let it go.
Nice. Perfect.
Drop down the land bridge. The good scout motto: leave nothing but memories, no trace. Wherever that motto goes.
Quoted.
Yeah. As you get safely to the other side, you can see it's climbing quite. The incline's quite heavy now, and it's going directly up to the point where there's mist descending around you. It's quite cold. You know exactly. You're still following like a trail that's been carved. It's obviously been used quite a lot by walking, creatures that walk. So, do you want to continue to head up, or you're doing well so far?
Yeah, I think we're making good ground.
I think so, yeah. I think Rook's gonna keep pushing.
Yep.
Is there can any of us dissipate this mist?
Sure.
Hmm.
If I just, heat, then the water should vaporize, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah. So you conjure your share. So do the sign for fire, please.
Yeah. Oh god, the F is impossible.
Let's have a look at them left.
Hit and hit.
I want to get involved.
Pi, your
I'm still-
subtitles still seem to be set to Dutch.
No, I was trying to fix it so hard. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
we're learning multiple languages. We're learning multiple.
Yeah,
Good
they're
languages today.
completely random words because it's so confused.
I'm
Oh.
sorry.
I went to fix it and then it didn't fix itself.
Maybe if you want to make me a new link after you've set it to English, that might help.
Oh yeah.
Just in case.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, exactly. That's mainly what it gets. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you shape fire, and like you say, you kind of like take the water vapor out, and the mist does start to clear, and the path, especially around where you're walking. So it's almost like it clears away from you. And you form a channel in the mist, and as you go up and up and up, you continue to climb. As you see it's flattening out, you come to your fire shaping doesn't have an effect because the mist gets so thick, it starts to descend on you, and it's very, very difficult to clear it. Although it's thinned out, it's still there, and the visibility is very low. You come to a wide plateau at the very top of the peak, and the air is quite thin up there. You'll find it quite hard to draw breath. There's an enormous nest in the center of this plateau. There's a bunch of eggs in there, but there's also a huge creature. How do you pronounce that? Gargantuan.
Gargantuan.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
creature.
try.
in sort of on the side of the nest, and they're slowly like rolling an egg out of the nest side. And you presume this is the troll that brothers were talking about.
Oh.
And at this moment, like Skylar like pushes on their brow and goes, "You've got to be like Rook. You've got to be like Rook. You've got to be like Rook. Aye, you lot. Put it down. It's not yours.
no.
Put it down." And he just kind of like they kind of push their chest out and like point very heroically.
Rook is impressed.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, you
troll-
heard them. Hey.
Oh.
The troll kind of just stops what they're doing. They just let the egg roll slowly back to where it was, and they kind of stand up and they puff their chest out as well, and they're about 12 foot tall, about the same width, and just giant green with things. They got like a loincloth on, and they got a massive like bone strapped to their back. Huge bone of some colossal creature. And they kind of bar their teeth at you. Pendragons.
Skylar pulls out his tweezers and his tongs and like clacks them at the troll.
You'll make a good toothpick after I've had these eggs for breakfast.
I don't think you rightly will. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you tell them, Skylar.
Gyla, to your surprise, this troll kind of like there's like pools of water on the plateau, and it just reaches down with one hand and like draws this water up. I haven't had as much practice as you guys. Water draws his water up and forms like a ball and circles round. Right. Who's the first toothpick?
Skylar's eyes go wide and goes, That's you. And they just kind of like wave Rook forward.
Okay, Rook lets go of the egg as long as it's safe.
Yeah. It's on the sort of flat of the plateau. Yeah.
Exactly. Looks the troll up and down. I think I can take you. And he creates like a large gust of wind to try and knock the water from the troll's hands.
Nice. Okay. The troll is basically going to throw this muddy puddle at you, all over you, basically, and try and like narrow your senses, basically.
Okay.
So it's a contested roll now. No more sparring. This is the big leagues now. So it's you against me, Grail Guide. Ooh. Now you're the dominant shape, which is obviously a good thing. I'm on 332, which is 8, which isn't brilliant.
Ooh. I've got 335. Ooh, a hot 11.
So
we can make him re-roll to rub it in.
I can't. Wow, you could
make him really lose.
What?
Risky.
Completely demoralize me by making me re-roll.
It's all about disbelief, Rich.
I think even if I got a 6, I would still draw, and Pendragon's win draws or the ring ties.
Oh.
So you can't lose.
Oh, nice. That is good info to have.
Yeah.
Do you want me to re-roll?
I'll be kind and merciful.
Merciful.
We're Pendragons, by the way. Like.
Yeah.
So the troll
I'm
is about
basically
to
a
throw
hero.
Troll's about to throw this water ball of muddy, like stench water at you, and with the flick of your wrists, you send this gust of wind, which you've been focusing on the egg for so long. So you're starting to get the hang of it, very much get the hang of shaping and controlling it. And you just he's about to throw it, and it's suddenly gone from his hands, and he's incredibly embarrassed.
Oh, what were you going to do, troll? Oh, you seem to be empty-handed. That's
Never
interesting.
mind. Let's try this again. Who else wants a turn?
Murku's gonna gently nudge Skylar forward. Go on.
Oh, not again! And so
You got this.
Skylar walks forward and like pulls the water that was just discarded. And what Skylar's going to do is pull the water that was discarded and throw it up in the troll's face.
Yeah.
So WATER. Yeah,
and the troll is going to try and defend against it with his own, to stop it before it reaches his face, basically, instinctively. WATER. Okay.
So this is contested roll.
Contested roll, yeah. Round 2.
Oh.
5, a 3, and a 2.
I have a 3, and a 1.
But
I
can
believe
re-roll one of your own dice.
Yeah, we've got rerolls.
We have a ton of rerolls.
Was just gonna ask for that.
Nice.
I'm how many rerolls? Just gonna go back to that sheet. We've got
4.
Just use one.
rerolls.
Yeah,
Yes,
go for it.
I will use one. Trying to get that 1 to go away. Aha! Yes. 5, 3, 3.
You send the water up, and just before he can shape a defense, it goes through his fingers, these giant, chubby fingers, and just covers his face. And he falls on his backside, and sends tremors
Rook
across
is
the
laughing.
plateau.
That's right. I've told you, not once, not twice. Do not make me tell you a third time.
Tell him, Skylar.
The troll stands, keeps a wide berth, and then walks back down the hill, leaving the eggs where they are.
Skylar's chest immediately deflates.
Rook like punches them in the arm, like, yeah, you did it! You did it out there!
Okay.
Great job, buddy.
As you're
absolutely getting like a hug immediately because
as you're kind of like celebrating, it's your first major victory apart from the riddle. You kind of feel eyes on you. All of you feel it, and you feel some hairs rise up on the back of your arms, on the back of your necks. You can't quite locate the source. Rook, you seem to be a bit more aware than the others, and as you look up into the mist and the clouds, you see these two enormous eyes. They're kind of size of paddling pools, and then between them, just poking through the mist and clouds, is the edge of like a sharp beak. And this thing, the beak alone, is probably about 50 foot long.
Everybody, I think Mom is here for her eggs. We might want to make our escape. I don't know if they're going to be into us being near their children or soon-to-be children.
Marco, I think we can get rid of the clay now.
I drop the clay and I bring out my infused bird whistle and give it a little blow to let them know we are friendly, and then we run.
They listen to the this giant bird listens to the whistle, and And as you're sort of, are all of you fleeing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to view it from a safe distance.
Yes.
As you start to retreat, through the mist to the side, these enormous talons just descend above you, and the sheer size of it is overwhelming. And they just gently pluck you all in a group from the ground, lift you up, and there's nothing you can do about it. It just moves. It's so big, but it moves at the speed of a bird. And you're kind of dangling just about already 15, 20 feet off the earth, off the ground.
Oh goodness.
Suddenly the mist clears as you feel these wings bat. It's very violent, the air around you. It almost forces your eyes closed. And you take off basically from the hilltop. And you can feel yourself moving at a rate of, a heavy pace. All the clouds, the mist parting, and you can see just through the squinting through, you can see the very tips of all the wings of this creature, and they're a good 500 feet away, either direction.
Good gods.
And as you look up, you can see the colossal bird with this massive curved beak. And as you look down, you can see the community of Roost and this famous tower made of wood. It's almost like a pencil or a pool cue going straight up into the clouds. And within a couple of minutes, even though it's miles away, it reaches this tower and just perches on the very top of it. And some of the glow beneath you at the top of the tower, they kind of help you down, and this bird lets you go from its talons, and they kind of help you down.
Okay.
To the very top of the tower. You're huge, it's like the Eiffel Tower up there. That's how high you are.
Tyler, you okay, buddy? I'm full of adrenaline now. I'm ready to go.
Skylar takes off their glasses. Mercule, I think I need you to look away for 2 seconds.
All right, buddy.
And Skylar gets down and starts kissing the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 5-minute call.
Excellent. And yeah, the bird drops you off and flies back off through the clouds, and has gone as quick as it arrived. Obviously, it felt that you did a good service, and she realized that the troll was the enemy, and you've done a good job. And it maybe even recognized that you were Pendragons and knew that you were bent towards goodness and earning belief. And as you do, you're again flooded with this feeling, and your items become even lighter. And if you look down at any of them, they're all starting to glow with a faint kind of aura. Your tongs and your tweezers are, yeah.
Yeah. My lip piercing.
Before we wrap up, you have to imagine that all the glow are congratulating you as you walk slowly down through the tower, and you make your way back to the brothers, who again are patting you on their backs with the wings. Get back on your ponies, the long trek back to the questing cabin. You're feeling very proud of yourselves. You did really well. In fact, you came across quite a few obstacles, but there was no issues. And now in Inspirisles, we do a thing called reflection, where it's a chance to gather your thoughts and feelings and maybe reflect on your session. And we just ask you a few questions. The first one is, what have you learned about the islands?
They certainly can be a bit of a pickle.
Learned that I wield power here.
I learned that other people creatures can be very scared of you, apparently, even if you look cute and fluffy.
I think I learned once you try something with heart, you can succeed.
Nice. Has your shaping improved? Has your sign language improved?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
I still confuse the end, but yes, that's that will never stop, I fear.
And what do you miss about home? What do you miss about Earth?
Things that aren't trolls.
I miss my older sister.
Hmm.
I think she would have really liked this place.
What about Mirko?
Clue. I'm very
What I
sorry.
miss from home, like Rook, I miss family, but I think the friends here are good enough. They're like family.
And finally, Tamwin?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think family probably. I've been honestly trying to think, but I don't know my character well enough, and I think she's also
Yeah.
just a happy blob like everywhere she is. So
Yeah,
she'll be
yeah,
good.
yeah. It'd be lovely. It would be lovely after extended sessions when you get to know your character and you'll be able to have reflections.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everyone. That's the end of the session. It's only a short
Thank you, Rich.
2-hour one.
Yes, everyone, thank you so much. I've done some magic and I've made my voice and what I say appear on the overlay as well, so I have captions now. Not my face,
Whoa!
but that's okay. Thank you everyone so much for an amazing game. It was really nice to have like a calming, reflective session, and thank you also so much for the reflection questions afterwards. I think that's a really good way to just quickly debrief and take a breather and think about what we've done in today's game. I might actually steal that for my own D&D games, just for me and my players. Thank you all so much for your open-mindedness. Like, when we cast you into this game, you did not know you would be learning sign language. You were just thrown into that, as well as the captioning, and you all did wonderfully.
It was good fun.
Thank you for having us.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you so
Thank you for
much.
organising it, Laura. Amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much, Richard, for giving us the honor of debuting your wonderful game for the first time in public.
Thank you. Nervous and excited.
You did
Yeah.
amazingly.
Wonderful.
It was a
Brilliant.
magical experience, I have to
Thank
say.
you.
Very much so.
And I'll give you all a couple seconds to just plug whatever you want to plug. Tell people where they can find you or your friends or whatever you want to plug. Let's start with Pi.
Sure. I am here every Saturday evening. I am D&D Best Fireball on Twitter and Skydrops _dolls on Instagram, and that's about it.
All right, thank you. Jasper.
Hey, so I am a variety video game streamer here on Twitch. You can find me at JasperUsual here and all of my socials. I also do modeling from time to time, but not so much right now. But yeah, if you want to come see me play mostly JRPGs, you can find me at JasperUsual on Twitch.
Thank you so much. Sean.
Nothing to promote. You'll find me everywhere as Mr. Tatohead. Just to remind everyone watching to follow, like, and retweet everyone here at the Pro Bono week. And just thank you, Leroy, and thank you, Rich.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
great event.
Thank you. Renee.
Hello everyone again. My name is Renee. Find me Dragon RPG on Twitter and Facebook, creating 5e supplements. If you commission a supplement, please hit us up on our Twitter DMs or reach out via Gmail at dragonrock.rpgdesign@gmail.com, and we would love to work with you on whatever your dreams might be for 5e, because we create those things. Come check us out at Fabled 42 tomorrow if you have time. We are airing a game for Trans Day of Visibility, as that is tomorrow. We are playing a game designed by a trans creator called Dream Askew. We will have 6 players play a GM-less game and it's very interesting. So if you want to come check us out, we will be airing that at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So come check us out at Fabled 42. You can see all of our fantastic stuff. We have a Discord full of lovely people and community, so we'd love to have you over at Fabled 42.
Thank you so much. Fable 42 or Fabled 42, so I can...
Fabled with a D.
Oh, yeah.
Fabled
Yes.
42.
Fabled. Thank you for the bits, Roxy Rad.
Yeah, thank you so much for the cheer.
Fabled 42, so I can shout you out and post the link. There you go. And
Yes,
last
thank you
but
very
certainly
much.
not least, Richard.
Yeah, I'm at HatchlingDM pretty much everywhere. I've got a Facebook page for Inspirisles and a Discord. You can find that on my Twitter profile. If you want to join that, it's a lovely community, and we're actually doing some creation on the actual game. So like the Discord community are naming some of the characters. So it's like quite a collaborative process. It's lovely.
Thank you so much. That's great.
Yeah, basically it. And the book's coming out in June, published and on Drive-Thru RPG and places.
Oh, we'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that. Definitely do send us the link so we can post that, and I can share it on stream and rave about how great you were. If you liked
100%.
seeing today's players, let me tell you where some of them will be during Pro Bono week, during the rest of it. You will see Pi again on Saturday evening in my one-shot of Keys to the Surface, where we'll be going out of canon into a time rift with some guests, just to make sure that we can stay in world. But you know, if someone dies or gets a lot of money, then it doesn't affect the game. Then we've got
Dies?
yeah. Then we've got Renee GMing a Sexy Battle Wizards one-pager one-shot on Friday evening, 8 p.m. CET, which will be hilariously funny, I assume, and it
It's
will
gonna be great.
amazing. Also, you can catch Sean, I think. Let me check our schedule. Or am I goofing? Nope, you cannot catch Sean,
You're
but Sean
goofing.
will be a hero in the background.
Dude.
Yeah, he has been a hero in the background during this entire
Hashtag
one
lurking.
shot. Yes. I'm looking at the schedule as I speak, so it's very professional. Let me see, Jasper. I don't think we'll see you again, but
No, just in the background.
all the more special for having you here today. And thank you all so much for your open-mindedness and your contributions and your quips and your ideas. It was very nice to watch and to listen to you. I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to finish up, so gonna go to my face again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yay!
Of course. There we go. Hey everyone, it's just me again. If you want to watch more, we are going to go offline right now for just about 30 minutes, but we'll be back with Monster of the Week, GM'd by our wonderful Starbuck, and you'll see some familiar Chaotic Lawful Inc. / Pro Bono faces over there. In fact, we have Harlan, we have Queen of Crit, Tabby, we have Shadowy Whispers, and we have Ash or Steam Sage over there as players. And I very much look forward to the spoopiness. It'll be a bit of a tone change, but Starbuck is an amazing GM and an amazing person, so definitely come and watch that if you're into that. It'll start at, let me see, 12:30 a.m., which is CET, which is in 30 minutes, or 6:30 p.m. EST. If you're American, GMT is then I think 11:30, like 11:30 p.m. GMT, something like that. And thank you all so much for watching. During that, we'll be giving away a Loot Tables Thin Dice Vault and a Purple Ether bundle, and also an Underground Oracle Quarterly bundle. Because, well, it's going to be a great stream with a lot of giveaways. We'll see you again in just under 30 minutes as I'm going to go and prep those players, and thank you all so much for coming and for your generosity, as always. Have a wonderful day wherever you are, and a good night if I don't see you again.